What's up everyone, this is Zafar.
And this is Tim.
Welcome back to our channel where we react and discuss to the topics shared by you guys.
And if you like our content, subscribe to our channel so you can stay up to date and you don't miss out on our latest videos.
Yeah, leave your video recommendations in the comments or on our IG. The link to our socials are down in the description below. And without further ado, let's get started on today's video.
Let's go.
Tim hasn't listened to this. I know a little bit about it because I've read the Quran. So we'll get to this, let you know how we feel about the reciter, how we thought about his recitation, how the video made us feel. And without further ado, let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
ذكر رحمة ربك عبده زكريا إذ نادى ربه نداء خفيا قال رب إني وهن العظم مني واشتعل الرأس شيبا ولم أكن بدعائك رب شقيا وإني خفت الموالي من ورائي وكانت امرأتي عاقرا فهب لي من لدنك وليا يرثني ويرث من آل يعقوب واجعله رب رضيا يا زكريا إنا نبشرك بغلام اسمه يحيى لم نجعل له من قبل سميا قال رب أنى يكون لي غلام وكانت امرأتي عاقرا وقد بلغت من الكبر عتيا قال كذلك قال ربك هو علي هين وقد خلقتك من قبل ولم تك شيئا قال رب اجعل لي آية قال آيتك ألا تكلم الناس 3 ليال.
So the same thing is happening here because this is with Zachariah, right? For him, he had to kind of like fulfill like a duty in order for him to have his child, and he also had to fast in a way that he was not allowed to speak for three nights, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's very interesting, eh? The fact that they had to do similar stuff, and it shows people that I guess like there isn't only one way of fasting, you know. There's many different ways of it, as long as like you're depriving yourself of something to show Allah that this is my intention towards something, and I hope that it's enough for you to accept it, you know. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool to connect those two.
فخرج على قومه من المحراب فأوحى إليهم أن سبحوا بكرة وعشيا يا يحيى خذ الكتاب بقوة وآتيناه الحكم صبيا وحنانا من لدنا وزكاة وكان تقيا وبرا بوالديه ولم يكن جبارا عصيا وسلام عليه يوم ولد ويوم يموت ويوم يبعث حيا واذكر في الكتاب مريم إذ انتبذت من أهلها مكانا شرقيا فاتخذت من دونهم حجابا فأرسلنا إليها روحنا فتمثل لها بشرا سويا قالت إني أعوذ بالرحمن منك إن كنت تقيا قال إنما أنا رسول ربك لأهب لك غلاما زكيا قالت أنى يكون لي غلام
I think this is going into a little bit of like the last video that we saw, right?
ولم أك بغيا
Yeah, I
قال
think it's got that connected to
كذلك
it.
قال ربك وعلي هين ولنجعله آية للناس ورحمة منا فحملته فانتبذت به مكانا قصيا فأجاءها المخاض إلى جذع
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's
النخلة
very.
قالت يا ليتني مت قبل هذا وكنت نسيا منسيا فناداها من تحتها ألا تحزني قد جعل ربك تحتك سريا وهزي إليك بجذع النخلة تساقط عليك رطبا جنيا فكلي واشربي وقري عينا فإما ترين من البشر أحدا فقولي إني نذرت للرحمن صوما فلن أكلم اليوم إنسيا فأتت به قوما تحمله قالوا يا مريم لقد جئت شيئا فريا يا أخت هارون ما كان أبوك امرأ سوء وما كانت أمك بغيا فأشارت إليه قالوا كيف نكلم من كان في المهد صبيا قال إني عبد الله آتاني الكتاب.
That's incredible. For me, like, there's certain parts of this that gives me like goosebumps.
Yeah.
And that was one of the parts back there. It was like when she came in with her child, right? And she pointed to the child, and everyone's like, "How can we like speak to a child?" And then he claimed he's like, "I am the prophet of Allah." Like that's like so like it gives you goosebumps, you know? Because like just to imagine that, envision that like a child to speak, you know, and for some people to still not like see the signs and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
That's very incredible.
And especially like when a child speaks with such wisdom and such, you know, maturity.
Like it's incredible because like it was like a newborn, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like now when you see a child speak for the first time, they say like a word, but they could barely pronounce it, right?
Yeah.
And we get excited, but like with this, it's like there's a child and speaking fluently, telling the people like, "I'm the messenger of Allah, this and this and this." It's very, very interesting.
Absolutely.
Let's get back.
وجعلني نبيا وجعلني مباركا أينما كنت وأوصاني بالصلاة والزكاة ما دمت حيا وبرا بوالدتي ولم يجعلني جبارا شقيا والسلام علي يوم ولدت ويوم أموت ويوم أبعث حيا ذلك عيسى ابن مريم قول الحق الذي فيه يمترون ما كان لله أن يتخذ من ولد سبحانه إذا قضى أمرا فإنما يقول له كن فيكون وإن الله ربي وربكم فاعبدوه هذا صراط مستقيم فاختلف الأحزاب من بينهم
People ended up going their own ways, creating different beliefs.
مشهد يوم عظيم أسمع بهم وأبصر يوم يأتوننا لكن الظالمون اليوم في ضلال مبين وأنذرهم يوم الحسرة إذ قضي الأمر وهم في غفلة وهم لا يؤمنون إنا نحن نرث الأرض ومن عليها إنا نحن نرث الأرض ومن عليها وإلينا يرجعون واذكر في الكتاب إبراهيم إنه كان صديقا نبيا إذ قال لأبيه يا أبت لم تعبد ما لا يسمع ولا يبصر ولا يغني عنك شيئا يا أبت إني قد جاءني من العلم ما لم يأتك فاتبعني أهدك صراطا سويا يا أبت لا تعبد الشيطان إن الشيطان كان للرحمن عصيا يا أبت إني أخاف أن يمسك عذاب من الرحمن فتكون للشيطان وليا قال أراغب أنت عن آلهتي يا
I remember this part. This is Abraham. His father was a disbeliever.
لأرجمنك واهجرني مليا قال سلام عليك سأستغفر لك ربي إنه كان بي حفيا وأعتزلكم وما تدعون من دون الله وأدعو ربي عسى ألا أكون بدعاء ربي شقيا فلما اعتزلهم وما يعبدون من دون الله وهبنا له إسحاق ويعقوب وكلا جعلنا نبيا ووهبنا لهم من رحمتنا وجعلنا لهم لسان صدق عليا واذكر في الكتاب موسى إنه كان مخلصا وكان رسولا نبيا
You see how in the Quran it like mentions a lot of like the different prophets and it connects and interweaves their stories to kind of give people a better understanding of what their different tasks were and how they were all here for a similar goal to preach like the one and only, you know?
Yeah.
And that's why I think like when I read about Jesus in the Bible, like to me it just seems like he's doing a lot of like the similar stuff, you know, like. And obviously for us he is a prophet, and but other people believe differently, but I would just say just to like read about the similarities, about the things that they all did, just to see for yourself like who he really is supposed to be. Yeah, let's get back.
ناديناه من جانب الطور الأيمن وقربناه نجيا ووهبنا له من رحمتنا أخاه هارون نبيا واذكر في الكتاب إسماعيل إنه كان صادق الوعد وكان رسولا نبيا وكان يأمر أهله بالصلاة والزكاة وكان عند ربه مرضيا واذكر في الكتاب إدريس إنه كان صديقا نبيا ورفعناه مكانا عليا أولئك الذين أنعم الله عليهم من النبيين من ذرية آدم وممن حملنا مع نوح ومن ذرية إبراهيم وإسرائيل وممن هدينا واجتبينا إذا تتلى عليهم آيات الرحمن خروا سجدا وبكيا فخلف من بعدهم خلف أضاعوا الصلاة واتبعوا الشهوات فسوف يلقون غيا إلا من تاب وآمن وعمل صالحا فأولئك يدخلون الجنة ولا يظلمون شيئا جنات عدن التي وعد الرحمن عباده بالغيب إنه كان وعده مأتيا لا يسمعون فيها بكرة وعشيا تلك الجنة التي نورث من عبادنا من كان تقيا وما نتنزل إلا بأمر ربك له ما بين أيدينا وما خلفنا وما بين ذلك وما كان ربك نسيا رب السماوات والأرض وما بينهما فاعبده واصطبر لعبادته هل تعلم له سميا ويقول الإنسان أإذا ما مت لسوف أخرج حيا أولا يذكر الإنسان أنا خلقناه من قبل ولم يك شيئا فوربك لنحشرنهم والشياطين ثم لنحضرنهم حول جهنم جثيا ثم لننزعن من كل شيعة أيهم أشد على الرحمن عتيا ثم لنحن أعلم بالذين هم أولى بها صليا وإن منكم إلا واردها كان على ربك حتما مقضيا ثم ننجي الذين اتقوا ونذر الظالمين فيها جثيا وإذا تتلى عليهم آياتنا بينات قال الذين كفروا للذين آمنوا أي الفريقين خير مقاما وأحسن نديا وكم أهلكنا قبلهم من قرن هم أحسن أثاثا ورئيا قل من كان في الضلالة فليمدد له الرحمن مدا حتى إذا رأوا ما يوعدون إما العذاب وإما الساعة فسيعلمون من هو شر مكانا وأضعف جندا ويزيد الله الذين اهتدوا هدى والباقيات الصالحات خير عند ربك ثوابا وخير مردا أفرأيت الذي كفر بآياتنا وقال لأوتين مالا وولدا أطلع الغيب أم اتخذ عند الرحمن عهدا كلا سنكتب ما يقول ونمد له من العذاب مدا ونرثه ما يقول ويأتينا.
So, like, I thought that part of it was interesting, is because some people imagine what their life's gonna be like in heaven, or like the fact that they even achieve the status of being there. And in this, it just kind of like reminds you that God has not made you a promise that you're gonna be there. Like, you have to do the work, you gotta put it in,
Yeah,
you know,
have to earn it
to get there. And still, at the end of the day, it is not for you to assume anything or predict anything, you know. Your best practice is to assume that you're not making it, because that will drive you and push you towards like trying to be better constantly, instead of being content with yourself a day and forgetting and probably sinning or something. So, and I think it's like that with everything. Like, obviously, for us to predict anything that we don't know of, that we're expecting to happen for us, is a little bit disrespectful, because what do we know at the end of the day, and who are we to know anything that's unseen? So
absolutely,
that's a good verse there.
فردا واتخذوا من دون الله آلهة ليكونوا لهم عزا كلا سيكفرون بعبادتهم ويكونون عليهم ضدا ألم تر أنا أرسلنا الشياطين على الكافرين تؤزهم أزا فلا تعجل عليهم إنما وما نعد لهم عدا يوم نحشر المتقين إلى الرحمن وفدا ونسوق المجرمين إلى جهنم وردا لا يملكون الشفاعة إلا من اتخذ عند الرحمن عهدا وقالوا اتخذ الرحمن ولدا لقد جئتم شيئا إدا وقالوا اتخذ الرحمن ولدا لقد جئتم شيئا إدا تكاد السماوات يتفطرن منه وتنشق الأرض وتخر الجبال هدا أن دعوا للرحمن ولدا وما ينبغي للرحمن أن يتخذ ولدا إن كل من في السماوات والأرض إلا آتي الرحمن عبدا لقد أحصاهم وعدهم عدا وكلهم آتيه يوم القيامة فردا إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات سيجعل لهم الرحمن ودا فإنما يسرناه بلسانك لتبشر به المتقين وتنذر به قوما لدا وكم أهلكنا قبلهم من قرن هل تحس منهم من أحد أو تسمع لهم ركزا.
This was very like much needed, I think, just because like I always like listening to things that or reading things that make me think, and I think a lot of people who do kind of like read text, some of them they just take the translation and run with it, whereas for me I think it's most important for us to do the thinking ourselves, and like self-reflect how it kind of ties into our life, right? And that's one of the things that the Quran says a lot, is for us to like reflect for ourselves, like think about the message and the meaning of it. How does it apply to you, and what do you take away from it? Don't just take the literal meaning of it all the time. And I don't know about you, but one thing that really stuck out with me that I was like, wow, is when they're mentioning that some people would take Jesus as God's son, and every time someone would say that, the heavens are close to rupturing. Like, that's serious,
Yeah.
And then like that the mountains are like shaking. It's like it's a very, very like big sin, to appoint someone to be God's son, astaghfirullah. But yeah, I don't know what stuck to you the most.
Really, what really stuck to me is like the message in this, talking about how we shouldn't assume that like it's a given that we're gonna go to heaven, right? Like we should really understand that it's God's decision to make the choice, and all we can really do is do our best practices to show our faith to God and continue to work hard in the way that He wanted us to live, and because I feel like sometimes we get to the point thinking that we've done so much, but you don't know what's what is like enough,
Yeah, that's
right?
that's the thing.
So and then if you continue to believe that you can easily get to heaven, or you're at the point of you've done everything that you could to get to heaven, then you stop trying, right? So, and I think the whole thing is you have to continue to be repentful And
sorry, I don't want to cut you off. Were you gonna say something?
I was gonna say, you got to continue to be repentful, because at the end of the day, God is the one who makes the choice, and all we can do is strive for our best and continue to walk in His footstep to like work as hard as we can to be in the right path, right? So
yeah, and I think if you make that decision that you're already good because you're Muslim, so you're gonna go to heaven, like I feel like the intention is missing there, and I feel like with everything you have to have the right intention. So it's like if you feel like I'm good where I'm at, like I'm gonna go to heaven, like it's all good, like that's when you start slipping away. So, and a big part of it is your intention. So don't let go of what you believe in and what you want to do. Is you want to make sure God is pleased with you. So you have to put that into practice and action every day, right? So if your intention says that, I'm good, like who are you to say that you're good? But
absolutely.
Anyway, just be as humble as you can,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I did like that video, and
it was really good.
Tim liked it. It was long, so we might like cut it and put it into 2 separate videos, just so it's not too long for you guys. But if there's any other that are similar to this, any other surahs that you want us to react to, especially for Tim, because I know some of these, but Tim doesn't know.
Yeah, like it just took me a little, like I just had to like think about it.
Yeah.
Because it was a little bit.
There's a lot to take in, a lot of new information.
Absolutely. So.
Yeah, just let us know what else you guys want to see. Put it down in the comments. We'll get to it.
All right, to see more of our content, make sure you subscribe so we can make more videos for you.
Yeah, like and share the video. With your support, we'll continue to produce more content.
And make sure you leave your recommendations below and follow us on our socials.